for the very lady.
Listen, Jay, we need your help, brother.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why.
All right.
So, a couple of podcasts ago, we started. So, we got tired of seeing the same list of greatest MCs of all time. I got tired of seeing it. Jay-Z, Nas. I got tired of seeing it. I love them. These are the Mount Rushmores of hip hop. But I got tired. We all got tired of hearing the same people over there. So we said, you know what? We're going to make a list with the class of the 2000s. Now, the rule is that the class, you had to have dropped a solo album from 2000 on. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So we compiled, we got everything together, and then we got to the point where we said, okay, let's go ahead and just get it so that way we can start making them in order, get them in order. So, you know, we got to a point where we was like, okay, well, let's chop this down. I think we had like 25 less, and there's some people that I feel like that should be on this list, and I'm gonna go through them with you in a minute. But you know, we got to the part where we talked about Cardi B, and you know what happened was they were ready to take Cardi B off the list. Mm-hmm. And
So
I'm like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's
right?
how
So-
he came at it, but
So basically, they were saying, because I said, all right, so why would you take Cardi B off this list when, you know, the person that I feel like she's like even with is Nicki. Y'all want to keep Nicki on the list, and y'all want to take Cardi off, right? Mm-hmm. Why would you do that, right? So basically, Kenneth threatened me. He said he's going to punch me in my face.
whatever.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo,
really?
what you doing, dog? I'm like,
The bully talking about being assaulted. The one who's the bully talking about being assaulted.
I'm not a bully, bro.
Whatever.
I'm not a bully. You Trim is the gooch. You know, remember the gooch from different strokes. That's Trim. He's the gooch. But so my question when we talking about the 2000s, right? We talking about does Cardi B deserve to be on this list?
Hell no.
No.
Thank you.
So why not?
Cardi B, first of all, I think that Cardi B is a star, right? I think that she's a star, but I think that more so she's known for her character than her music. Now, it's very rare that you have somebody that comes from the reality TV side, and because usually when you think of musician being on reality TV, you think that they're washed up, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's typically how it is. But Cardi B made a character.
It was backwards.
Yeah, it was backwards, and it ended up working in her favor, and it set the precedent for anybody else that wants to do that, meaning that you can start off in reality TV, social media, and all that. And if you get you a hit, it will be bigger because of who your character is. Because people will look at it and be like, I fuck with Cardi B, that's why I like this record, opposed to it sounds like a good record. Because I think that Cardi B is trash as an artist. However, I think that her team makes good music for her. Let me say that again. I vocally, I will say, I think she's trash as an artist, right? But her album was well put together. She worked with the right producers, the right writers, and Bodak Yellow is a banger. You know what I'm saying? Right. It takes some time to be a hip hop classic, but I can tell when I play the record and how everybody feels. It's the same energy that people feel when I play Rough Riders Anthem. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's that anthem, so I can't take that away from her. However, we're talking about the 2000s. When you said that at first, I thought that you were talking about when I think 2000s, I think of 2000 all the way up until like maybe 2010, and then I think of the 2010s all the way up until the 2020s.
Yeah, I thought about doing that. But I want to make sure that a lot of people are included in like the impact So I was like, you know what, let's just go ahead and just go all the way through, right? But so all right, so here's my question to you though. Yeah, okay. So all right, like I said, now here's the thing. I'm not the biggest Cardi B fan. You know, I'm not a big, because the thing about it is that, you know, a lot of these people don't rap. Like they don't write. So I'm not a fan of an artist that don't write their own stuff, right?
Right.
But what I said, and this is the reason why I'm on the list, is because I compared her to Nicki, because I'm like, she's on the same level to me as far as like
don't forget to give the criteria of how we decide
okay.
Go for these people.
So let me all right, yeah, you're right. So the criteria is basically impact, which I feel like impact is, because we're not just going off like whether or not I like her, right? We're not, because we would have been there all day. But the criteria is that impact is consistency in album. It's what else was it? What else is in there?
Sales.
I think sales is in there. Yeah, we split sales in there. That's fine.
Yeah.
And what else you said? Did you say lyrics? Lyrics, right?
Is it lyrics?
I think lyrics is in there.
Back to my notes.
Yeah, I think lyrics is in there. I think it was like 5 of them, right? So we had like
five categories, sure.
It was like 5 of them, right? Consistency, albums, production, lyrics, and impact. That's it, right? Those it, right? So right. So it's not like we don't. I'm not saying, because if I said I don't, if I went on like, okay, whether or not I like her, she wouldn't be on it, right? But what I was saying is that as far as Nicki, right? Because I can't, and I want you to do this for me, because I just can't do it. And I've been asking many people to do it for me, and they go around and around, but they never give me the hits. Give me a Nicki Minaj hit.
We gave him a hit.
So
hold up. J-Red's the guest.
Ooh. Go for it.
See, this is great conversation, because Nicki Minaj, when it comes to the hits, she's lacking. And I had this conversation with one of my friends, because Nicki dropped these 2 tracks with Lil Baby, right? Mm-hmm. And she was like, and this is a barb, because my homegirl is a barb, and she was
don't argue with them. Don't argue with the barbs.
They don't understand. And I was like, okay, those are cool records, but she still raps the same. It's nothing different.
Yeah.
When you look at a versus battle, and if Nicki goes against somebody, you have to think of what Nicki's hits are.
True.
Hip hop wise, she doesn't really have a lot of hits.
I agree with you.
You know what I'm saying? She doesn't. However, she's had multiple albums, and when you talk about impact means that everybody tries to do that, and it changes the game. Nicki has changed the game.
Right.
Cardi hasn't. So, I don't think that Cardi made an impact.
Now, but that's what I was saying. So here's what I was saying though. So Nicki doesn't have a lot of hits, right?
Right.
Cardi does, right? So what I'm saying is that why am I going to take her off? Right? We're talking about music. We ain't talking about just impact, right? Like here's the thing. Nicki has more impact than Cardi, but Cardi has some, right? She has some. So I'm like, okay, so all right. So the argument for me was, okay, if we're going to keep Nicki on there, then we got it. For me, we got to keep Cardi on there too.
Cardi is a carbon copy of Nicki, though.
That's what
hold on.
Nicki,
no Cardi. I'm not going to argue that. I'm not going to argue that.
Cardi is the poor man's Nicki Minaj.
I'm sorry. I'm saying in the sense of like, without Nicki, there ain't no blueprint. And what I'm saying, without the music that she dropped, the thing about Cardi's stuff came out like 3 or 4 years ago in this crazy internet wave, in this crazy social media blow it up, and she came from TV. So I'm saying,
but did it hit? Did it hit?
Of course.
Did it hit more than once? Did it hit more than once?
Of course. Okay. And I'm saying, and the other stuff, and a lot of the later stuff that she dropped, a lot of stuff that she did with Bruno, a lot of the stuff that she featured on, it's not like Nicki ain't got some crazy features. It ain't like every single time when I hear Nicki feature with a dude.
I'm not saying she's better though. That's what I want to make sure we understand.
We talking about 20 artists though, Tino. We talking about 20 artists though, 20 best rap artists, and if we do that, it's not even fair for Cardi in my opinion, because it's like she ain't She only been here for about 3-4 years.
But see,
Been here since
haven't even. When we go through this list though, right, Jay? They didn't even get to the chance to get the other artists. Like we didn't even get to the other artists on there. They just ready to snatch Cardi off.
But if you said if we got to pick between Nicki and Cardi, I remember if we have
put
to
it up as like they're
I'm
going
picking
against each other.
Nicki all day, every day.
Exactly.
I'm gonna take Nicki before I take
How
Cardi.
he phrased it, it was like they were
now here's the
going
thing.
against each other.
Here's the thing. Here's where the argument went wrong because yes, I took a person who I think is the best out of these 2000s, and I compared her with the person that I want to keep on the list. That's all I did. I'm not going to take nobody that's whack on the list and compare her with the person. I'm going to put her head to head with somebody who I think is the best out of all of them, right? And that's what I did. That's all I did. You know what I'm saying? Like, my thing is, yeah, she's been in the game for 3-4 years, right? But she hit not once. Now, here's the thing. She didn't hit once. She didn't hit twice. She hit multiple times.
No, I
right?
said two.
So at least what I was saying.
3 or 4.
No, but that light's only hit once, 1.5.
I ain't saying even the lights. I said
but,
probably like 3 or 4.
But what I'm saying is that at least she should be able to be in the first draft of this list, and then we can go through like the rest of the list and be like, okay, well, shoot, this person's better than Cardi. I think Cardi should come off. I'm like, you know what? Hey, if that person's better than Cardi, then take them off. But I'm saying like we can at least go through the list and figure out, because we got plenty of other people that belong on this list, right? But that was the argument, right? Mm-hmm. That was the argument. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, right? So let me go through let me see if I can find this list real quick. And I need you, I just need your help to like maybe add on some people to this list, or maybe like, okay, well, this person may not belong on the list. So hold on, I'm about to let me pull this up real quick. Oh, here we go right here. All right. So we got Nelly.
Definitely.
T.I., J. Cole, Kanye, Ludacris, 50 Cent, The Game, Jadakiss, Kendrick, Nicki, Nipsey. Now we got Benny the Butcher on there. We got Drake. We got Lupe, Wale, Cardi B, Mac Miller, Pusha T, Big Sean, Meek Mill, Rick Ross, Skyzoo still on there, Beanie Sigel still on there, Big Crit is on there, MF Doom, Young Jeezy, ASAP Rocky, and Childish Gambino. This is just the first draft of people that's on there. All right, this is the first draft. We haven't put it. There's some people who's going to come off. This is the first draft. Now they took off Ja Rule.
Hey, I'm not folding on that.
I did not do it. They took off Ja Rule.
Hey, I did go back and say, you know what? Ja, his impact, what he did is still relevant and is huge, and he does need to be back in that mix. I did say that.
You had Ja Rule off.
I didn't say like it doesn't be off, but
tell him, Jay. Tell him. Talk to him.
He needs to be on there.
Jay, talk to him, because I was like, yo, y'all bugging. He is the 2000s.
It was it was a few names on there that I felt like shouldn't be on there when we're talking about, but Ja Rule. How do you have Nelly but not Ja Rule?
I agree with you on that, and I agree with you on that. I'm down with that. So since I put him up there, I did say that Skyzoo would be one that would have to come off, because I like Skyzoo, but I think that if we're gonna have somebody come off and make sure that Ja Rule gets on there, it would be Skyzoo. And I say that because I did bring up Skyzoo on that list, so I say that for sure.
What's your excuse, Walt?
I'm not folding. Like I really don't. I don't. I'll be 100. Like I didn't really bump Ja Rule like that. I'm not saying that dude didn't have his crazy impact. I'm not saying he ain't had that. But I'm saying I don't really know that many. I can't name that many Ja Rule songs that I know that when you play, it's gonna be like it'll turn.
So you got in your feelings. You got in your feelings, and you
a little bit. I ain't gonna front a little bit. I'm saying like I know one of my picks was Doom, but I can understand why somebody would be like, nah, I'm not doing it, because big hits, I can understand. That's even my favorite artist. But I can understand if somebody would go with, because I think people will definitely recognize a Ja Rule record before they recognize a Boom record. So I understand that.
My thing is like when you talking about Ja Rule, we talking about all of these Ja Rule babies running around here. Yeah, that's why I didn't understand it. Like, y'all, I'm like, yo, all these Ja Rule babies running around here. 20 years later, they still singing.
You can't have a 50.
Tell me my fault.
You know, I'm about to say you can't have a 50 Cent without Ja Rule because
that's true. Because the story connects. The story connects.
Yeah. Now 50 came and bit Ja Rule's style, and
exactly.
I loved it. But he took what he did and took it to another level. That's all that he did. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? If we didn't have 21 questions, because that's where it started out, I just want to chill and just, you know, like we wouldn't have, like when 50 tapped into that, he kept going with that. You know what I'm saying? So it's unfair to have 50 on there. It's disrespectful to have 50 on there and not have Ja Rule.
Man, like I ain't gonna lie to y'all. When 50 said that he sounded like the Cookie Monster, bro, that joke was funny.
He embarrassed him, took his style, and people were early on with it. Like I remember they were comparing 21 Questions to what would I do without you? You know, all that. So, and I can tell you when I played Ja Rule records, man, those girls go crazy for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like Ja Rule was doing his thing. So, but like I said, there's people on that list that I had heard. I can't think of everybody right now, but I was just like, that person don't need to be on there.
Right. So I'm gonna tell you what 50 did. You know, man, I don't know. Y'all probably never seen this. Y'all might have seen this on New Jack City, right? 50 took Ja Rule in the middle of the street. He stripped him naked.
Yep.
And he said, yo, them clothes you got on, oh, that look nice. Let me have that. He threw his whole gear on and said, I'm rocking it now. He just stripped him naked, embarrassed him, bro.
Yep.
He did. I mean, bro, it was embarrassing, man.
It was.
And you know, 50 he treats the music game like the streets, man. Like he treats it like the streets. And when he beefing with you, it's forever. It's forever.
Yep.
And his will, he will say, F Ja Rule.
His whole thing is the controversy creates cash, and it's funny that the game does the same thing, because the reason he's talking shit about Dre right now, one, because he's hurt, but two, he got another album coming out.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he you can tell he comes from that 50 formula. And
plus he, like he said on the Drink Champs plenty of times, he's a student of hip hop. He studied hip hop, so he knows how it goes. He knows He knows what works and everything through the whole course of hip hop. He knows it. So through and through.
Yeah, that boy right there, man.
But hold up, but Tino, where you put Drake and Kanye at on this list?
Listen. All right, so listen, Jay, I'm gonna tell you. So this is, and I had to change a heart. Because I was gonna put them at the bottom. All of them was going to the bottom because they don't write. Right, but I say, you know what? These are artists. They're artists, right? And under that umbrella, you don't have any rules, right? You're artists, and you can explore and do all things. You know, you can write. You can go get ghostwriters, and
you can paint pictures.
Right, like your credits can have like 10 people who wrote it. They could do that, but when we come with this MC list, oh, it's a whole different story. It's a whole different story. So I'm gonna let that slide. So, all right. So what? We putting Ja Rule back on the list, right? We gonna do that?
I hope so.
Okay. All right. So listen. All right. So we're going. So here's my question to you, Jay. Right? So some people are going to come off this list. There's some people that definitely deserve to be. Is there anybody that we mentioned that we did not mention that belongs on this list?
And that's for 2000s.
Yes.
Yep.
Now we talking about
the solo.
Mm-hmm.
Solo album had to have come out past 2000. They couldn't have dropped a solo album in the 90s.
Right. I would say, because you think about the sound, I would have said Lil Jon. You know what I'm saying? Definitely him.
About that.
I thought about Lil Jon. Like he's not a traditional rap, But I think that when you talk about Little John, I think that you're talking about, because we're talking about artistry. We're talking about being an artist. We're talking about being, and underneath that umbrella is creativity, being creative, right? Yeah. And I like Little John.
True. Yeah.
I love Little John actually, because Little John,
he knows how to make the club. He knows how to make the club move,
and he had a run. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he did. He did.
Listen. If we had to put run into it, he's Usain Bolt.
Yeah, exactly.
he took off.
And we talking about just hip hop, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Man, is Future on there?
I said Future. I said
we had a discussion about Future.
I said Future and I said Gucci. But
yeah, why is Gucci not on there?
Was Gucci brought up?
Gucci was introduced. Gucci was introduced.
Yeah, Gucci popped off Young Jeezy's career. Let's keep it a buck.
Right.
Yeah, if Jeezy's on there, Gucci has to be on there. Just like with 50 and Ja.
Yeah. You got to put Future, and then I would, by just default, I would put T-Pain on there. Because
T-Pain,
he kind of up there. we sleep on T-Pain.
Yeah, T-Pain is you got to put T-Pain, you got to put Future, you got to put Gucci, because Gucci not only inspired people from the South, but he inspired Chicago. You wouldn't have drill music as it is now without Gucci, because a lot like Chief Keef and all them Chicago dudes, they grew up off of Gucci. A lot of the rap game, especially in Atlanta, is Gucci. So it would be a crime to not put him on there, and especially Future too.
I was fighting for Future. I don't even bump.
I don't even know. See, I don't see Future on, but you might have said him. I think
he did say Future.
Yeah, you're right. I remember that. But I think Future belongs as far as like the 2000s. I'm not really a fan of it. I think I got my feelings too with Future, so I can agree with that. Trim always trying, whatever, Trim. Whatever.
20 people now.
Oh no, we still got some people that need to come off. Definitely. Those are good picks. I love that, because listen, man. It's good to get some outside info, because, like I said, I was threatened. I definitely got a restraining order against Trim. That's why we doing this via StreamYard, because I can't be named. You threatened me.
Whatever, man.
You threatened Whatever. Me. You got to go back and watch the episode, man. You got a little hostile with me. I'm just saying, man. Got a little hostile, but I think
says this guy, the bully.
Whatever, man.